We're going to go for a bit of a ride. It's Wednesday today. The last time I rode was Sunday morning. So I think the bum's recovered a little bit, probably enough to give it another bash. It's not looking too bad out there, so I'll give it a shot. It's been raining all day yesterday. I was going to go yesterday, but it was just pissing all day, and overnight, so it's just started to fine up a little bit now. I 3D printed it's outside, I'll show you in a minute, a little fender that goes underneath your seat, stop your back, everything flicking up on your back. And that went all overnight. And there's literally like a meter of, so that would have printed for another probably half an hour and then run out. And it was like a 15-hour print. So that was pretty lucky. So that's as fine as you really want to cut it. I'll show you the what I printed. Yeah, so that's it there. Have a look in the sun. Looks pretty cool. Come up nice. Probably just needs a bit of sanding, bit of filling, but you could leave it like that. That's all support. I've got to get some pliers, but you can kind of see where it's going to break off. All that stuff down the bottom here. All that stuff is all going to come away, and it just leaves you with a nice little finish. It's going to be a bit rougher on the other side. That's why you always print it with the bit you're going to see up, because if you were print it that way, the support would have gone on the bit you're going to see, and it's never as nice finish as that, even though there's a couple of little imperfections there. But I was thinking I might fill it with what I'll do is get some super glue and just drip super glue everywhere, and then sand it back, and then fill it, and then putty primer. And that way it makes it stronger. I might even do the super glue from the back actually, and then just fill it from this way. Because if you do like kick it with your knee getting on it, it'll snap. It's not the hardest wearing of materials. So yeah, if you can put some super glue around the back of it, and then fill in all this and paint it, that'll make it nice and strong. So yeah, I'm gonna give that a shot. Apparently these bits here fit around your seat post underneath the rails, and then you got some little holes there to zip tie it. And good size. It was a 20mm. I didn't design it. It was off the website called Thingiverse. So that's the 200mm one, and then there's a 300mm one as well. But I think that's enough. I've actually got already one on my bike that I bought. It's just like a little bit of plastic cardboard kind of stuff. So, but this is a lot sturdier. So I'll eventually put that on, I think. So I've had a bit of a clean up in here, because I pretty much will bring my bike through that door, and then it'll be here. I might even keep it in here, I'm not too sure yet. I just don't want it, because it doesn't have a stand, and I don't want it falling on the car or anything like that. So, because my scooter's done that. I parked my scooter here once and leaned it that way, and the rear tyre went flat. I didn't know how to puncture, and it went flat over a couple of days, and then as it went flat, it went that way, and put a killer scratch in the car there, and there, chipped it there on the edge of the bonnet, scratched it there. So yeah, all the scratches this thing's got on it, not that it's got a lot, is all from stuff in this garage. Got another nice one. Where is it? Oh yeah, there. So what I was doing, that compressor, I was pumping up a car out on the garage, and it just got away from me and reeled it in, and bang. Yeah, so pain in the bum. But yeah, I've got all my cycling stuff here, so I'm going to give these a shot today. I can't even, it's been years since I've used them. Won't need the CamelBak, I'll just have that. Definitely wear that. I got some shoes over the weekend. I'm not into all that clippy stuff, so I just got some skate shoes, some cheapy ones. So as long as they're flat and grippy, should do. So I'll start getting ready, and I'll get back to you. And I've done a few. That's this thing. It's pretty flimsy. It's not even zip tied on, so if it comes off, it comes off. I don't care. I've done a few things. So what I've done is I've taken the wheels off, front and back, and I'll change the tubes, because the tubes, they're up there, but the tubes that were in it weren't the ones that you could take the valve core out and put some of that goo stuff in. So I've used the this stuff here, this Armadillos. I've used it in my scooters for years, and it's worked really well. So I had Probably used, I don't know, 1/3 in each tyre. I can't remember. Yeah, 1/3 in each tyre, I suppose. If you watch the previous video I just put up, that's the stuff I bought for, I think it was about 20 bucks, some chain wax. And I've then discovered that you can make it yourself. And 1 litre cost me $15. So yeah, I just got to keep mixing it. It's almost, you can kind of see it. It's almost dissolved, and that's not even 24 hours. So that'll dissolve nicely. Yeah, so the tubes that were in there weren't you couldn't remove the valve cores, so I couldn't put that stuff in. So I've ended up buying some of these, some Bontrager tubes and removable valve core. So so now they've got that gooey stuff in them. I pumped them up to, yeah, no, all good. I might check them. So I've got 65 in the back and 60 in the front. And then I also got some of that Gorilla tape, clear. Come up pretty good. There's a couple little spots where it's a bit bubbly, but yeah, it took me 10 minutes. So I did pretty much the whole bike, so nothing will get scratched on it now. What else have I done? That's about it, I think. Yeah, no, that's it. Oh, that's right. And that little pump doesn't work anymore because the threads are stuffed. So I ended up buying one of these from Bunnings. And goes pretty good. Yeah, it's not too bad. So I'm just gonna keep that, I think. Works pretty well. So I'll just give the tyres a bit of a check. It was two days ago when I pumped them up. So be interesting to see if they've gone down. They shouldn't have done. But yeah, I'll do that and get back to you. Cool, no dramas. So that's got the Carvel Schrader, and then it comes with a Presta converter, and then it's also got, I think that's for blowing up balloons or something, and then that one goes inside for blowing up your basketballs. They're only a couple PSI down, so I think it's just when you let a bit of air out to put your thing on. I think that's all it was. So they're all good. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, this thing's cool. The only thing is, when you turn it on, it defaults to bar, and so you've got to press it to go to PSI, and it defaults to 5 PSI as well. So you got to always then jack it up. So it would be good if it had like a memory. I've got the instructions somewhere. I'm gonna have to read it. There might be a way you can push a certain amount of buttons, and it'll default. So when you turn it on, it's in PSI and at 50, 60 PSI, whatever you left it at. That'd be handy. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty cool, pretty fast. Better than that other thing. The only thing is that thing would fit in your bag at the back. That you're not bringing that with you, but it's handy rather than cranking that thing up and getting the big thing out of it. Or I've got a foot pump coming as well. Haven't got that yet, but I'll probably end up using that most of the time. Alright, well I'll chuck everything on and I'll get back to you when we're out on the road. Alright, here we are at the local park. It's about 5 k's from my place, I only just started. And I might just chuck a couple laps, quite a big park, so I might just chuck a few laps around here and then go back home. I just got a notification that the my watch, and a bit puffed. The watch and something else I was waiting for are on their way, and they're going to be here in the next half hour. So yeah, I'll go back. Just noticed this part, you can see the fence there. So the water level's meant to be this side of that fence, and it's way up there. You can see it over there too, all the way around. It's just flooded, but it needed rain. So yeah, pretty nice. Good park this. I don't really come here that often, but yeah, it's good for cycling. I think it's about a K and a half all the way around. I mean, if you're into cycling, that's nothing, but I'm just starting out. I haven't cycled in like 30 years. So be a good starter point for me, really. Should be good. There's a chopper flying around somewhere. I can't see him. He must be pretty low. Yeah, no, I can't see him. Anyway, I'll chuck a few laps. When I get a notification that something's at my house, I'm going to head back and go and have a look at this watch. Okay, back home. I only did about 12 k's, 13 k's I think it was, all up. Average speed of about 18 k's an hour. So yeah, not too bad. I did a few laps around that park. It was only about 900 metres, 800 metres around each lap. So I did 3 or 4 laps around that and then just come back home. The watch and all that just got here, so I'm going to unbox that pretty soon. This computer, that's the computer I had, so I'll turn it off. But yeah, that goes pretty good, pretty simple to use. Turn it on, press that button, I think it says record and then OK. And then when you finish, you press stop and OK. Tells you all the usual stuff. And then you jump on your phone when you're done, open up the app, press sync. The data goes from here to your phone, then to Strava, and then opens up on your Strava account pretty much instantly. So not too bad. The tyres went well with those new pressures and new tubes. You can definitely tell there's a little bit more resistance. The old tubes are really thin, these are a lot thicker, and plus it's got that goo stuff in them, so yeah, you can feel that you gotta pedal a bit harder to get it moving. So but it's worth it, I think, so yeah, it should be fine. Everything else went pretty good. The arse is still pretty good, legs are a bit tight, but other than that, not too bad. So I'll probably give it a miss for tomorrow, and I'm trying to go every second day. Don't want to overdo it. Oh, this seat, really good as well. That's the, where is it? Bontrager, if it focuses, Commute Fluid, 165mm width. You can get a 145, 165, 185, and then a 205, I think there is. Yeah. So yeah, no, it works well. I got it on a slight little angle. You can see it there. Seems to work all right. Kicks me over a bit. I think these bars I need to change. They're a bit too droopy. See that I want to get it up there level. So that's the next thing I'm going to change. Just a little bit uncomfortable when you're in that position. It needs to come up a bit. So, but that's it's going to take a while to get it dialed in. Anyway, we're going to have a look at this watch and see what all that's about. Yeah, just got the watch all set up. Took about an hour. There's a lot of downloads to do. There's not much for you to do. You just got to, as soon as you turn it on, it wants to do an update, and then to sync everything takes ages, and then you choose a watch face, and yeah, that takes a little while. So it looks pretty good. The screen's good. Fortunately, I can't use it because I'm holding the. Got to get used to it, but yeah, it's a nice screen. Really not easy to use, and you know, you touch the screen and it's fast. It's not like it's got a laggy processor or anything in it. So yeah, it should be alright. I won't do like a video on how to use it. There's so many videos out there on it that do a much better job than what I'm going to do. So it came with 77% battery, so I'm not even going to charge it. Apparently it's got like a 10-day battery in it. I've turned off all the monitors and stuff. The only thing I got is heart rate monitor. So actually I should have talked about the Strava. So it's not under where you'd think it'd be under in the apps. It's under third-party permissions or something like that, and that's where you link your Strava account to through the watch. So we'll see how that goes. I haven't used it yet, so on the next ride I'll give it a shot and see how it goes, and then I'll let you know how that goes in one of the other riding videos. Cheers, catch ya.